Alright, so I'm going to be playing Penny Dreadful Thursdays with Azorius Control because I think it is potentially the best deck in the format. I am mostly looking to see if it can actually beat Legends and Humans, or just any other aggro deck, because that's probably the worst matchup. It's kind of similar to in previous seasons, except Azorius got worse, and instead of Humans, they're mostly playing Legends. I am trying to play like Boombringer Valkyrie because that's a Baneslayer Angel, which is pretty good against Legends because they don't go quite as wide as White Weenie. And it's also pretty good against the Teamer Cascade deck, which is a bit of an issue for this deck. They're pretty weak to flyers, like Trawler and Boombringer, especially Trawler. But yeah, I'm going to see how this tournament goes. I've only played 2 tournaments with Azorius so far. I think I went 3-2. I made a video on that one, and I went 6-1 winning a tournament. I am going to bring it to the MTGO sponsored tournament on Saturday, like 9 or 10 days from now, from Thursday. I am most likely going to be bringing Azorius Control because I think that it is potentially the best deck. It has game into everything, while being potentially favored into everything, or like everything except white aggro. And we'll see if I can win that, like I win 500s. Alright, round 1. I don't know well, I think my opponent is on some kind of aggro deck, most likely. I'm not entirely sure, though. This hand is pretty good in general. It is a little slow, though. Like, if they have Thalia as well as an aggro plan, I could just be dead. And it kind of looks like they are playing Boros Legends, or some kind of Legends. That is not great. Serum Visions is decent. I really just need interaction before Wrath comes down, because I'm probably not going to survive that long, especially if they have a Thalia. So I want like Joust through, which might not work because they could have Thalia. Okay, this is terrible. So Absorb does something. Like if they try to play Thalia next turn, I can counter it. Or if they just try to get lethal next turn. Though I kind of doubt it works. Like if they play a Flowering here, it doesn't matter what they do. They have lethal next turn. Basically, the only way for them to not have lethal is if I have nothing here and then they play something next turn before they attack. Which they shouldn't do, I think. Well, maybe. Okay, yeah, I am just dead unless I have Joust through, I guess. Yeah, I am just dead here. So it could have worked on the play. But yeah, that's not a good hand on the draw for sure. So Boombringer. This is the main matchup I'm playing it for, as well as the Teamer Cascade. So, Ancestral is bad. Counterspells are maybe not the worst. What do I want? Heliod's is fine. I could play Spell Pierce. I don't really want to. Shackles is fine on the play. I'm probably going to take it out on the draw, if I remember. Compass, probably bad. Search also. But I am on the play. I'm not sure what I actually play on the draw. Probably Heliod's. I don't know what else. I'll bring in Heliod's, take out Search. Something else. So this hand does something. Has 2 removal spells, can take over the game with Trawler. I do need something for the like turn 4-ish, like a Wrath. I maybe could have played the farmland, but by doing this, I can cycle it. While also potentially playing around Pop. Though, yeah, I definitely, well, since I had Trawler, it might have been correct to play it. So, what do I do here? I could repeal so that next turn I can go Joust through. So they're probably playing Mary or something. Okay, so they're just... I assume they're not activating. I think I need to go repeal. So it kind of seems like a Thalia, maybe? Senu. Okay. Oh, that makes things interesting. I like having Absorb up. I like having Joust through plus Cycle up, though I don't have a second white source, so maybe that was incorrect. But I do just counter that now. Wait, what'd they exile? A force? Probably should have looked at that earlier. Okay, so now I can cycle farmland. I don't necessarily want to, but it's fine. All of my cards are relevant if I'm not drawing lands. Okay, so I am just going to kill that. That's actually... I can't really kill that. Because they just exile it. Yeah. What do they have? Probably burn. Do I Wrath? No. I like Wrathing here. They get rid of this. They exile the Senu, but if they play a haste creature, I just joust through before the trigger. I guess like Thalia haste creature is a problem, but Trawler still beats that if they don't have flowering. So if they draw a land, I guess they can actually wait, no, what am I saying? Never mind. They have Karizev, which does not... So I'm pretty sure if I kill the Karizev, like the Regavan never triggers Senu, because it didn't attack. Okay, so this is annoying. They're not beating Trawler with this, though. They maybe are, actually. 2 top, which means they still have a card they wanted on top. Surely they didn't find flowering as well as a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they were definitely playing around Wrath there. Definitely would have preferred to hold. I kind of have to play Trawler, right? There's really no reason to wait. Oh yeah, there's a good chance they have flowering, because what else would they keep on top? Mary? Maybe they'd keep like a burn spell. They wouldn't keep Chain ever. Maybe Pop, but I'm not sure about that. I only had 1 non-basic. So it's probably like Thalia, Haste, or flowering. I guess another force is possible. Another force would actually be really good for them here. I'm like barely winning this game if they have nothing. So that's a bit of an issue. So if they have like a Force of Virtue, I'm probably just dead. Because I block Isamaru. They do a lot of damage. Because I have 3 creatures connecting. 4 actually. And then I don't even kill Isamaru. If they have Force. It kind of looks like it is Force. It would make sense because why wouldn't they play what they have? Like, I guess it's Thalia or something. Pop. So, what does Gideon actually do here? Nothing really? Like, it can force Trawler to attack, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, that does quite a lot, actually. I guess I'm blocking. So what did they get? I guess it's just some kind of burn spell. Or was it Isamaru? I kinda doubt that. Those are some pretty good cards. Do I attack? So right now I can kill Isamaru. If I attack, all I do is gain life. I think I need to block. And I guess I'm playing the land because I have dig for gas. And I can gain attack on the trawler. Yeah, this doesn't look great for me. They have a 5/5 Gideon. They have a lot of other creatures. They can use the Senu ability. Well, if they use the Senu ability, I can kill it with Joust through. So that would be decent for me. I'm not sure that Heliod's is really what I want here. Like, I guess it would be good if they have flowering, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead if they have flowering. Or at best, I lose Trawler, and then I'm just dead even if I Heliod's plus Wrath. So, do they swing out? Yes. I block Isamaru, I take 5, 8... So I take 13, I'm at 12, so I need to use Joust through before they can Senu. Which is kind of an issue. Like, I can't actually Joust through anything. That's really annoying. Imagine Condemn here, I could just kill the Gideon. Or the Karizev, I guess. But yeah, so this never dies. Am I hitting the Senu anyway? I think I block Isamaru and then see if... Wait, so... They can already do the thing with Senu. I guess it's about whether I get a life or not. I think it's always hitting Ragavan here. Do I hold up Mana Leak? I think I do have to do that. So I hit Ragavan. So they can't make Senu indestructible, but they can just exile it. So maybe I should have used it on Senu so they couldn't block and then exile. Yeah, that may have been a punt. This card draw is being a little annoying. Yeah, I definitely punted by doing that. And I can't really Wrath the board to get rid of this. So how am I gonna win here? I need to somehow get rid of the Senu, which I needed to Joust through for. So they'd put in exile, I could kill their things. Okay, that's good. Boonbringer is also really good. Shackles is the answer, I think. Do I even... I can't even attack, right? I could have maybe played Shackles first. But I definitely can't attack now. But I think I'm not playing Shackles, I'm just going Boonbringer. What do I put the counter on? A 4/4 beats everything. Except a Thalia. I guess it doesn't beat Thalia because of Force. Plus Flowering. I guess I'll put it on Trawler. It doesn't really matter, I think. So I don't think they can attack here. Well, this lets me block Gideon and have neither die. Okay, they do that. Yeah, I definitely should have tried to remove that, because then I could have actually attacked and killed Gideon. That was definitely a punt. I might actually just lose the game and match because of that. Like, if they didn't have Gideon, they would just be dead. Because they have, like, nothing in play. But now, well, I guess they can't protect Senu with its own ability now. So they can't really give it permanent indestructible anyway. And I have Shackles. Could I have played Shackles that turn, tried to steal Senu, failed, and attacked Gideon? Probably not. I would be dead on board, right? And all I would have up is a Mana Leak, or I could, like, deduce to make Dream Trawler 6/5. But yeah, I would just be dead. I mean, it's possible that using Shackles was better just to hit the Kari Zev. Because it can chump against Gideon. They really can't get anything through, because I block Isamaru with Trawler, I block Gideon with Kari Zev, and they only get in with Senu. I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is just winning, I think. Like, I don't know how they beat double large lifelink flyer. I don't know what they're thinking about. Okay, so they activate Gideon. They have a Mary, which I cannot Mana Leak. I could play Mana Leak just so they can't activate the land. That would probably be a misplay. So, wait, how much am I taking? So, I block Mary and Isamaru. I take 3, 8, 10, 13. I need to gain 9. Wait, I need to gain more. Wait. Uh-oh. I can block Gideon, Mary. They do 11, and I gain exactly enough to stay alive. Okay. So I have 1 life here, but I do get to crack back with the Trawler. Wait. What? Wait, what? What happened? Why'd I die? Wait, this prevents damage. Oh my god. I didn't see that. That is unfortunate. It's indestructible in addition to not taking damage. Yeah. I definitely could have played that a lot better. Alright, round 2. I'm assuming my opponent is on Angels. That looks like Angels. This start is not great from me. I guess I go turn 2 Ancestral. Turn 3. Turn 3 Serum Visions plus a 2-drop. Maybe I don't need to get the Ancestral down that quickly, but I kind of feel like I do. Okay, so it is just a Rakdos mid-range, I think. Not Angels. So I go Search Serum. The Serum plus Search is not the greatest combo. But I don't really want to Compass here. What do they take? Is it just Wrath? I feel like probably. Yeah. So on turn 6, I'll have a draw 3. I'll probably be able to Wrath by then. But before then, I do need to survive. Okay, so maybe I just hold up a Leak. I guess that's the play, and then on turn 4, I go land to search the compass. Trawler's potentially decent here. I mean, it doesn't block either of their creatures right now. And they maybe have removal that does something. That is unfortunate, because my opponent probably takes Mana Leak, plays a creature, and I can't do anything. So that is not good. Okay. So I probably need something next turn, so I don't die. These glint sleeves are being really annoying. Though it doesn't really matter if I draw Wrath. Because I think I just win if I do. Okay, they take Trawler. So all I need to do is draw Wrath. I don't necessarily need it right now. Well, I'm at 11, they have 8 power. Okay, so I'm dead to Chain if I don't get anything here. So I would like single target removal at least. Okay, that works very well. Next turn I get Ancestral down, so the game should just be over. I don't know what their, like what the top of their curve looks like. They could have Inferno Titan or Grave Titan or something. I'm not sure if they're really playing any expensive cards like that. Okay, I mean, they know about Absorb, so that doesn't do a whole lot against me. I just have to hold up lands for the rest of the game, which is pretty easy to do. So I take Deduce. I can't necessarily tap Compass here. Okay, that was definitely a misplay for them to play the land drop, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I probably flip as Kanta. Well, I don't need that. Okay, they just concede. Okay, this should be a pretty free matchup. They're like a mid-rangey deck that loses to Wrath. So Shackles is not necessarily that good because they probably have Kulagon's Command. But they are a mid-range deck. I'm not sure what kind of removal they'd have for the Valkyrie, but I guess I'll play it. Jouster does seem to line up into their creatures decently. I'm not sure if they have like Tectonic Giant or anything. Denick didn't look great there. Doesn't block Glint Sleeve. So what's bad? Where is it? I forget what card I was looking for. Thassa's. Okay, is this... I mean, Repeal is not the best. I don't hate it here, though. Maybe D-Sphere is better. Okay. This is a good hand. Like, they probably have some kind of duress. So it's not like Wrath is actually going to happen on turn 4 necessarily. But that's fine. I mean, it's mostly just Serum and Deduce. Those are the main reasons I kept the hand. I do like Port Town for casting... Well, I guess it's not actually that good for casting, like Ancestral and Serum Visions on one. But it's more that you can play it. Wait, actually, why even am I playing it? I guess it's really just the... I have 5 duels with Prairie Stream and the farmland. So I guess there's that. Is that worth killing? I guess it is a little bit of damage. The sacrifice ability doesn't matter. I guess I do probably play Whale, though. Just slow him down a little bit. So yeah, Port Town is kind of terrible. Like, how is it ever... Well, yeah, as I just said, I have 5 duels, so I guess there's that. But if you have Island, you could just play that, and if it was a Glacial Fortress... I don't know, I was thinking... It's like an island for Ancestral. Like, the main reason to want more untapped blue sources on one is Ancestral, it's not Serum Visions. Now, the main reason I wanted Port Town was I don't actually want to play that many islands, but I want a lot of ways to play, to suspend Ancestral on one. I guess that doesn't really do a whole lot, because you usually need island. Though, 5 is kind of a lot, so... Do I need to counter this? I feel like I do. That is kind of a lot of damage. 6 damage from the ability, so it's like an 8 power creature. I should be able to just draw into a Wrath. I'm winning by quite a lot in card advantage. I have 3 cards in hand, about to. And I have 6. And I have the Whale, which doesn't really do anything if all their creatures have Menace. Okay, this might be a misplay. I think it is correct, though, to go Deduce. Yeah, maybe you wanted to absorb more, but whatever. I mean, the chance that I drew 2 things that they couldn't hit was really unlikely, but Deduce is better than most of my cards by quite a lot. I don't know why they're doing this on their main phase. You can do that at instant speed, right? So I can actually block that. So they really only have 3 power. Okay. Wait, did they put that on top? When did I whale that? That was a while ago. So, they actually have kind of a lot of damage. I think I have to play Dig and hit something. That is not a very good hit. That's pretty terrible, actually. Am I dead? Probably not, right? Like, they can activate it twice. I can activate Jace, so they have 2, 5, 8. So... which is 10 if they attack with the wolf. I obviously attack here. I could have played a Whale, and then I could have double blocked one of their creatures, the raptor. But I think I am just going Jace. Which they probably just kill, and I'm kind of forced to look for a Wrath. Because I can't really survive this without a Wrath. I mean, I can just find a other removal spell. Anything that removes the raptor saves me. Well, not repeal. Though they do lose 1 trigger from it, or ability. Chain. Okay. So that's basically a chain to the face. And then they just activate that twice. And they do 8 to me and kill Jace. Okay, that is not the time for Ancestral. Come on, Wrath. Does D-Sphere do it? I think it does. Yeah, it definitely does. I have to hit the Raptor. I obviously attack. So, next turn I could go attack and then play Whale main phase to block. Could be something. Never mind, I just Shackle. And I activate this because I couldn't afford to absorb anyway. So I attack because all their creatures... Do I attack? Oh, of course, of course. I take a Menace creature. I take a Menace creature and they can't attack with the wolf because of it. I do have Valentin, which doesn't actually matter. Okay. Okay, so that's just game. Okay, round 3 for real this time. I'm not exactly sure why the rounds needed to be redone when they had already started. I think one of the matches was misreported. Okay, it kind of looks like I'm facing the same deck again, except instead of being certainly won game 1, I have to play it again. I don't really want to cycle Timeless Dragon. It would be a great blocker, but they probably have the Unsummon in the main deck. Possibly 4 copies. I could try to Whale, since they might be missing a land drop, but I'm not really sure about that. Because they definitely have some kind of counter, possibly Spears. Or Mana Leak. Or Negate. It works. Okay, they put it on the bottom. So maybe they just have another one? Or are they playing like a Tempest Djinn? They play nothing, so they could just have another Malcolm. That's kind of what it seems like. I could counter it, I'm not going to if they play Malcolm. Because it's just not that scary, I think. Okay, so I play Serum Visions. Maybe should have played the land first. Absorb is good. I'm not... this Serum is not really that good here because I am probably just gonna go Timeless. Okay, yeah, they have the Malcolm. I probably just go Horned Lockwhale, draw the Absorb, use Timeless, and hold Absorb up. I wonder if they do something now that they probably don't have another Malcolm. They have Spears, okay. That is not what I wanted to see, but it's fine. They have okay, they have shackles. So I can't really Timeless Dragon anymore. That's kind of the reason I couldn't before either. Okay, that's gonna take a little while. So I can't really do anything here except counter, and they're probably just doing nothing. I would be surprised if they play a Tempest Gen after not doing it the last turn. Well, I guess they could have been just playing around Wrath. But they still would be playing around Wrath, so... I can't quite play the dig. And I could have, if I could have just played it main phase last turn. That could have been correct. Interesting, they're playing Terramander. I feel like I might have to try to counter that. Actually, they're not even close to adapting. So I do nothing here. Next turn I'll have Ancestral and I can do something. So they're probably not going to tap down at all. Unless it's for like an Ancestral or Serum Visions. So I do need to find something. I potentially just go Thassa's for 3. And I'm fine with it getting countered. I don't really want to play Dig because I have no way of protecting that from a counterspell. And even a Spears counters it. And they definitely have counterspells, because they've been digging. Okay, I don't know why they wanted to make their land drop there. So I do really want a Wrath, but that probably doesn't work because there's a very good chance they have 2 counters. It's possible they have Stoic Sphinx instead. But if they do, that's also not great. They have Refute. So I only have 1 card in hand. I could potentially Wrath if I draw both untapped land and a Wrath. And it's possible that their counterspell is like a Mana Leak. It is a Refute. I do have to counter that, I think. I need my cards. I mean, I'm essentially playing a 3 mana, gain 3 life, draw 3 cards. Okay, I just play the Wrath and win, because they have 0 cards. So yeah, probably not the best for them, because they really left themselves open to that. But I did have to draw it. I mean, they didn't know that, though. I could have had land, absorb, Wrath already in hand. Or could I? I don't know. So, I can't really play creatures. But what I can do is... I don't really like Dig here because I can't beat a Forbid. Maybe that's fine. Refute as well. Which, I mean, I guess they might not be playing Forbid. Which would be fair because they have so many counterspells that if they're buying back with Forbid, they're probably getting rid of a counterspell. So I guess maybe that's fine if it's a dead Spears. But I don't like digging here. There's really no reason because there's not a whole lot I can actually do off of that. It's really just the deduce, which, like, the mana efficiency isn't that important, so I can just do that later. I will dig here. I guess I'll do it for the full amount because I'm gonna be able to fill my yard for a search or another dig pretty easily. So, do I repeal here? And what do I repeal if I do? I kind of want to repeal the shackles, but I'm not really able to counter it as it comes back down for a while. They discard a repeal. So I played deduce. Okay, so Jace is mostly a win con. I almost used the -2 on accident. So I can serum, I think. I should have tapped better, it doesn't really matter though. It's a bit late for Ancestral, I think. Maybe I can get it later to target them. Though I kind of doubt this comes down to decking. Definitely could, I guess. Okay, they're attacking Jace, so they're not looting. I'll eat a mana leak. They just concede. Wow. I guess they thought they couldn't beat Jace. I mean, they could have tried to like sneak a Stoic Sphinx through later. I don't know. Okay, so Needle is great. Rune Tailor was great. Negate is probably not the best. It counters like a Ancestral. So Joust through hits Malcolm, and that's kind of it. It doesn't really hit Stoic Sphinx. I don't really care about Malcolm very much. Trawler might just be bad. Because even if I do needle the shackles, it still dies to a Stoic Sphinx. And it can't block a whale. It trades with a Tempest Gen, or loses if it's blocking. So I don't really need very many ways to beat Shackles because I'll find whatever answer I have eventually. So if I'm able to deal with all their creatures, I can just eventually find my needle and then just spam all my creatures and win. So I might not need Heliod's, though it does help to have multiple ways to do it just to beat counters. So I guess one of each is fine. And then D-Sphere can be used for other things. What do I not want here? I feel like it was easier to side things out before. Is it a Wrath? Maybe I just don't respect Malcolm at all. Was I playing Shackles before? I guess it's kind of bad. I mean, it's good against Stoic Sphinx, I think. It's good against Malcolm. I'm not playing any creatures that do nothing if they have a Shackles. It could just be D-Sphere. I guess that's always Heliod's over D-Sphere. I do want to play Heliod's though. Maybe I sided out Absorb last time? I don't know. By last time I mean the last tournament I played. Okay, this hand is pretty good at stopping them from doing things. Though they can sneak a Malcolm under everything. Okay, Nevermore is great. If I name Stoic Sphinx, it's hard for them to actually hurt me, because they only have like... I mean, kind of Tempest Gen is the only thing actually good at killing me, because Malcolm doesn't do very much damage, and Whale is really expensive. So they don't have Malcolm. They have a Pteramander, which I don't need to answer, I think. Okay, that's fine. Trading down generally favors me, I think. Especially when they let me resolve a Nevermore. So I do just name Stoic Sphinx, I think. It's possible that they aren't playing it, but I really doubt that. So I name Sphinx. If I Needle Shackles, that should end it pretty much. If I had creatures in hand, it might have been correct to name Shackles, because I could contest the Sphinx with creatures. I guess Rune Talo is a lot better. I could take both, actually. I kinda like that. I have plenty of lands, so it's fine drawing 2 non-lands guaranteed. I maybe wanted to draw the Wrath first. Probably not. Well, it's kind of hard to say. If they tap out for creatures, I wanted the Wrath. If they don't, I wanted the Halo, though. Maybe Wrath is more important, but I kind of doubt they tap out. And if they do, I can just mana leak what they play. Do I even... So what would I even name with Rune Talo? I guess I wait for them to make a actual threat. Could be Terramander if they get it large. Could just be Tempest Chin. Could be Malcolm. I don't think they have any way to deal with enchantments, or artifacts for that matter. Like, they were playing a repeal, at least one in the main deck, but I imagine they sided them out. And even if they do repeal, I'm fairly likely to be able to replay it. So I can't dig through time now, but that's my only card advantage, really. I guess I have Jace, but it's a sorcery. Though, I guess if they have Spears, then they can definitely counter the Jace. So I guess I can't play dig here. If they didn't, they could only have 2 counters, and then Mana Leak would protect the Jace, and I would just win. But that does not seem possible. So I go Serum Visions. I top. So I kind of want them to actually just play something, so I can use my counters and field dig. But it's fine. The waiting game generally favors me. Okay, that is interesting. I might just play dig here and get rid of it. I feel like the game is at a certain point where I feel like they're not ever gonna threaten me quickly. Because I have Rune Talo, I have Nevermore on the Sphinx. So it's really hard for them to kill me quickly, and they aren't doing anything. So I feel like it's gonna be pretty easy for me to wait the 5 turns. They're really just gonna do nothing. I do wonder, are these decks not playing Serum Visions? Because I haven't seen any from my opponent, or my previous opponent, that was nullified. In the match that was nullified. Okay, they discard a Sphinx. I guess that makes sense. There's no reason to keep it, though it could be good with Forbid. So I'm probably just not doing anything here. But I am kind of forced to do something on their turn or on my next turn. Because I really don't want to discard anything. Okay, that's something. They're probably never going to counter that. What is this? Repeal. I think I counter. So they do have repeal. I wonder how many. Surely not more than 1. Interesting that they discarded a Sphinx before repealing that. And I could have let it happen and then Rune Talo the Sphinx, though What would I Nevermore if I did that? Some counterspell? That only they played, like Refute? So they can adapt. That would be a terrible play, though. Okay, they do the play. Oh, I should have looked for the Joust through before they... Yeah, that was a misplay. I mean, I can still look for a whale. Which I will do. I guess... Wait, Joust through is a one-of? So yeah, I should have done that. So I find... Needle... Land? Is it ever a land? It's probably... Yeah, I guess it is a land. So I play Rune Halo on the Terramander. I played Needle on the Shackles. So I have the Terramander. I could get my Jace down instead of hitting Shackles. Because they can't really... Because if they're playing a Tempest Gen or whatever, then I would have a, Wrath for it. So I guess maybe I do just play Jace. Wait, no. That was a terrible play. I guess... I mean, it's not the worst. I'm using it as card advantage. Maybe I should have waited until I played a Wrath to do that. Because yeah, Rune Tailor does not protect the Planeswalkers. That was extremely relevant in like Season 25 against Demigod of Revenge. Where my only win cons were like Dream Trawler and a Planeswalker, so Rune Tailor didn't do anything to actually allow me to win. But it was still kind of hard to lose the matchup. And it was kind of awkward because you couldn't really deck them that well, since the removal was Oust and Condemn. Oh, that works. I'll take that. No land drop, though. Well, I already made it, so I can't, Needle as well. That's fine. It's pretty easy to resolve later. I mean, it's a 1-mana card. If they ever tap out, I can just do that. So they can get down a Tempest Gen, which does... I mean, it lets them kill Jace, I guess. But if they played Tempest Gen, I'd probably just -2. If they do nothing, I +1, I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, Malcolm would just offset the ability. And then a whale I could just counter. So yeah, I was definitely winning that game. Okay, round 4. So, when I lost the first round, I actually didn't check the amount of players. And since PD tournaments aren't actually that popular recently, I kind of expected that there would be around 12 players, and that going 3-1 would be guaranteed to make it. But since I lost the first round, I'm probably going to miss top 4, even if I win, and go 3-1. So Weathered Wayfarer is pretty good here on the draw for them. They're playing Orzhov. It's probably Clerics. I've seen them play Clerics before. I wonder if that's what they're doing. I'm not sure if we have the cards for Clerics. We probably have Aura. Double Vent. Just trying to get the late game, okay. So, am I just cycling Timeless? I think I might be. I'm essentially just throwing it in the yard for nothing. But I do value getting it down a turn earlier, especially since they probably don't have a whole lot of removal. Actually, I think it might be better to just play Jace. I don't think they have any actual lords. So they're doing 2 damage to Jace. I can maybe -2 for a Wrath. If they have Aura, that's a problem. They might not have a land drop though, because they've only been finding tap lands off the Wayfarer. I could potentially just go Timeless +1 again next turn. I would ideally like to Wrath. If I -2 and don't white Wrath, that's really bad. Okay, they just play Aura, so now a Wrath is actually not that good. So that's a Cleric, that's not. Wait, that is a Cleric. Okay, yeah, that's why they're playing it. So how do I deal with this? I don't have Condemn. I don't really have any removal that doesn't destroy. That's kind of a problem. I guess I'm just playing Timeless and going up. They can't... Wait, I think they actually... Yeah, they can't actually kill... No, they can't kill it, the Jace. Because the Bodyguard has a counter. I mean, it would be pretty easy for them to get 1 damage, though. They basically just need to put a counter on Aura and then sack the Bodyguard if they want to kill Jace. So I'm not sure exactly how they would do that. Another Aspirant, I guess. Yeah. They find a 3rd vent. Okay, they played Dam, so they do have removal. Yeah, I should have expected that. So they can kill Jace. By 1 more than enough. So, I guess a Wrath would actually be pretty good here. They get Bodyguard Aspirant. And it would remove the Aura, basically. So I guess it should work to just go double Wrath regardless of my opponent's board. So maybe I don't need to be too worried, though I'm probably just gonna die right now. They kind of have a lot of damage. They can sack the Benevolent Bodyguard for free almost. Because, no, they can't. Never mind, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so they were just doing that. Wait, what did they do? Oh, they just revealed a 4th vent? No, Affinities. And they play another vent here, I assume. So, this is 11. That is kind of an issue. I would love a whale here. They're really weak. No, they're not, because they just have the Bodyguard. I don't need a land, and I desperately need to do something. So I guess I do play Deduce. Absorb would have been nice a long time ago. I mean, I guess Thassa's would have been as well. Okay, that's never happening. I die if I don't find Wrath right now. Do I die anyway? No. But I am dead. But actually... Maybe I wasn't dead, because I had the, compass flipping, I think. Okay, Shackles is really good. Another Wrath is fine. Creatures are okay. I guess Nevermore is good. Purify is not the best, but it works. Denik is really good, but it doesn't work with a Wrath. Might freeze. Okay, so what do I not want? Trawler is good, right? I guess I remove Thassa's and Absorb. Maybe an Ancestral. Compass is bad. Remove a Boonbringer. Boonbringer is kind of good. How do they actually make their board bigger? Like, they can get a lot of things, but a lifelinker that is bigger than all of their things is really good against that. They have a Tabarax to actually get large, but that's only one creature. I'm not sure if they can actually buff their board. I guess they have the card from Dominaria United, like Shadowrite Cleric. Gives all your other priests +1/+1. I don't know. I wonder if they're playing Dam post-board. Because it doesn't really answer Trawler, because they can't really play Wrath. Well, they have a board. So it just kind of answers like Timeless Dragons and I guess the Boonbringers. Okay. This hand is nice. It counters their... Well, so it Nevermore's the Aura. I wonder if they have like a Vindicate or something. They could definitely be playing some random Disenchant in the sideboard. And that would be pretty good in this matchup. I don't know if they know that, though. I repeal that. Do I even want to mana leak that? I guess I kind of have to, because I can't really remove it, and I don't currently have a Wrath. So if they just play it on X=2, I will mana leak. And then I'll go Serum Nevermore. Okay, I will counter that as well. So they can't really do anything scary when they don't have their Aura. Though they could get Aura with the Shadowrite Cleric. Though if I just remove it before they can untap, then they can't do that. So I name Aura. Is there any other way for them to get it in play? I don't think so. Whenever another non-token... Oh. Oh. That's kind of scary. I guess I have no creatures in play if they do that. I can't... Well, I'm gonna D-sphere after one activation regardless. Oh, that -X. What does it start at? 3? So they can just return... Never mind, non-legendary. And it would die if they did that. What am I doing with Timeless? I kind of want to land. But I also want to put the creature in play. And I can't do that if I cycle first. I will just play it, I guess. So I'm just going to D-sphere the Lily, I think. Because I can't let them +2. I'm not actually sure if I need to remove it. The -X is not very good because they have a lot of legendaries. The -8 does stuff eventually. If I have a bunch of flyers, it doesn't matter that much. I guess they could play their own Dam, and that would be good. I don't know if they have any flyers. They probably do. They have Tabarax. That recurring every turn would be a problem. Just because of the blocks. Does it automatically lose life? If you decide to draw a card. Okay, that's why I didn't want to just play a Timeless, I guess. That is unfortunate. So now I just can't do anything. Yeah, I really needed that land. Because I just am not allowed to do anything at all here. Like, I'm not allowed to joust through anything, or they just bodyguard it. And flip their Lily. Okay. I guess I can play a Wrath. Wait, that's kind of a problem. Is that a cleric? It doesn't really matter, but it is, right? I mean, does it even matter that it's a cleric? I feel like that's completely irrelevant. Because it's not really dying. If I play Macias, that's probably... Oh, it cantrips. Oh, and they're not even giving it counters. So yeah, they're... Oh, and they're flipping that. So I guess I am kind of forced to Wrath here. Which does mean... They're drawing... Okay, yeah. Tabrax does draw a lot of cards. I discard Joust through. I don't think I can ever D-sphere, right? I guess maybe I could. They're not doing that much damage, and I guess all their clerics are doing are cantripping. Yeah, I could just not answer that. I kind of like that. It is definitely a gamble. I'm not actually sure that I can beat their board with Trawler. Because even if they don't have a flyer, if they can make enough power, they can maybe race me, because they're already winning by quite a lot. But yeah, I do have to commit to this right now. By getting rid of Sphere. I mean, I guess I can just attack Lily. Once they're at 9. They return a bodyguard, interesting. What does that mean? They have a flyer, that is a problem. Oh, am I dead? I'm very dead, I think. I need a Wrath right now. Yeah, I do just lose, I think. No, not quite. Yeah, I am probably dead to that. They could have Progenitus or something. And even just getting an Aura could be a problem. I guess that one isn't really that big of an issue. But I don't think there's really any way for me to win this, because they just chump block with the bishop. And then find something. And even if it's another flyer, I can't really beat that. Like, they can just chain through flyers. I need to, like, D-sphere the Lily here, and then draw a Wrath. But if I play a Wrath, they just find Aura. So yeah, I think I'm just dead. I need an answer to the priest, while also answering the Lily. But if they have Progenitus, it just isn't really possible. They're doing it main phase. Okay, that could lose them the game. What are they sacking? The bodyguard? Okay, that could lose them the game. I wonder what they're getting. Aura. Okay. Oh, and they return the bodyguard. Yeah, that is a problem. So now... they... What do? They throw the bodyguard away. Okay, that's a bit late. I don't think I can really win from here. Because they sacrifice the bodyguard. I guess... What do I have to D-sphere? I guess it's the Shadowrite Priest, and then I can answer... Aura with Purify. So they can't really return anything with the bishop. Well, I wonder if they try anyway. No, of course not. I think I have to desphere the priest right now. And there's no reason to play dig, right? So I get the priest. I guess I do play the land. Because I expect them to minus X, and I will use Purify and then 3 mana to dig while leaving out Purify. Or I could just double Purify and ignore the dig. They can draw quite a few cards, potentially. Like, that's an angle where I'm not really allowed to respect them, because they're having so much pressure from the reanimation angle. And just like the sticky creatures. But yeah, this is probably not a good matchup just because I have such a difficult time dealing with Aura. And even if they don't have Aura, they just have like Tabaraks to draw a lot of cards and overwhelm me. And yeah, Lily definitely doesn't help. I didn't really expect them to have this, but yeah, Planeswalkers are really hard to deal with, especially at 3 mana. Interesting. They just played Dam. So I need to use both Purifies. But it is actually pretty strong to use both Purifies here, because they kind of lose everything. And I can still dig. So I have to exile Tabaraks, right? Tabaraks on the Bodyguard, okay. I exile the Tabaraks. Do I exile the Bodyguard? I don't think I have to. What does it actually do? Like, if they try to reanimate Bygone Bishop, I would rather get rid of that. But there's no way they kill Lily. They probably just +2. Luminarch? Okay. So they obviously just +2 after emptying their hand. I can actually tap another land. So I find Shackles, that's good. And a land. Wrath and Deduce would both be decent here, but Shackles is definitely the best. They could definitely have like Legion Stashes. I don't know why they're playing that when Vindicate is a card, but... Oh, it is just Wrath of God. Because of Lily. Maybe not. But it was gonna leave my hand regardless, unless they decided to reanimate Bygone, which would be a mistake. So, I assume they reanimate Bygone. They play a creature. That's not great into Shackles. So how do I answer Lily? I kinda need to get rid of it before the emblem. But I've already used my D-Sphere. I need like a repeal, but I already used it. That's a one-of. So I need to draw a creature, which could be a Timeless or a Whale. But Whale is kind of hard to connect with, so... I mean, I could just steal a creature, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. Is this game 1? It's game 2, right? Yeah, it's game 2. I could definitely time them out if it goes to game 3, but it doesn't look super likely. So if they're not using +2s because I empty my hand, then they're gonna have a hard time getting to the ult. But the minuses are kind of an issue. So I can't do anything. Yeah, Mana Leak is a terrible draw. Just a dead card, pretty much. Do I use it if they play a card and leave more than 3 mana up? I feel like I do, even if I'm not sure if they're gonna +2. Because they have cards in hand, and they have vents. I feel like I do want to get rid of that because... I mean, what else are they doing with the graveyard? All they're doing is using Lily. Okay, so no, I don't counter a random card, I think. I don't know. Because I potentially want to save the other card with Mana Leak. Maybe if it's Absorb, I don't know. Luminarch. Okay. Are they passing? No. They activate Vent. I think I steal the Luminarch now. And then they can't really attack. I wonder if they do anyway. Probably not, yeah. I can attack now. And then I kill the bodyguard. Okay, Serum is decent. Deduce Timeless. So I'm gonna go top. I don't know if I play the land. I have enough to go Deduce, play the front side of Timeless. So I assume they lose their thing, their Planeswalker. Or no, not their Planeswalker, their bodyguard. And then they go +2. I'm not sure if they can empty their hand. But if they're trying to empty their hand, they can maybe get Mana Leaked. I'm pretty sure I don't play the land. There's really no reason. Like, even if I want to keep it, I just wait to play it. And I don't think I ever want to, like... What would I even do that would want me to have a land? If I cycle Timeless, I have a land from that. Unless it's like a irrigated farmland, but I have Deduce already. I don't need the mana efficiency there. So yeah, it does seem like I'll win on time if it goes to game 3, because they are playing really slowly. They play Radidrabic. I can't counter that. Though I can kill Liliana. Or that. At first I thought that was an aura, and I was like, how is that possible? But yeah. So... So they are just losing one of their things, probably the Planeswalker, because Radidrabic is probably better. Maybe not, because I have Shackles. It does seem like I'm kind of winning this game now. It really seemed like I was losing until now. But they just didn't really have anything. Shackles just took over the game. Like, they kind of punted by playing creatures that lost to Shackles. So, what's the play here? It's never hold up Mana Leak, is it? It could be, but probably not. So I'm just gonna go Timeless. I'm not sure what I do with this Aspirant, because... Well, I probably just give it back, but it does kind of grow their entire board, which is a bit of a problem. Though I kind of need to take their Radidrabic so they can't copy something. Though it's possible they just have lands here. Because they haven't really been playing cards, so it's pretty easy to guess that one of them is a land. Or just a Wrath, okay. I mean, 2 of those creatures were theirs and mine is recursive, so... Yeah, I don't know why they're playing... It seems like they're playing 4 copies of Dam postboard, as well as Legion's Ashes, which is interesting. Like, yeah, I think they just misplayed really hard into the Shackles. Like again, they just give me a creature to steal. Though I'm not sure if I actually take it, because I don't necessarily want to attack with it. So I guess I don't. I'll just go attack with Timeless. Like, I can joust through one of their vents, but only one. If they fire up a vent... Okay. So... what does this mean? If they fire up a vent, I don't activate Shackles. They do attack. I don't know why they didn't. They're never blocking. So... I can't let them untap with that. Okay, let me correct that. I can't let them untap with that and then resolve another cleric. Though I guess no individual cleric wins the game by itself. I guess I just steal the priest. Or maybe I just wait. Yeah, I kinda like just waiting. Serum. So... they draw a card if I just play a dam. So I don't just do that. Do I attack? Yes. Wait, I have to steal something. I probably should have just stolen one and just kept it. I guess I'm going Taborax. No. No, it's never Taborax. I have to take this. Like, I could go play Dam right now. They draw nothing. But I don't... well, maybe I should have, because all they're doing is hitting me with vents. So that is completely fine. I can actually go untap Shackles, take Taborax. And they do not benefit from the wrath. And then I still have a Joust through. Actually, I should have played Serum Visions first. I'm never holding up Mana Leak. Or I never care about holding it up. Okay. I should have played Plains because of... or I should have played Island because of Vidalcan Shackles, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I don't think there's really any individual card that does a lot here. They have to have multiple draws in a row where they get something good. I guess Vent is kind of annoying to deal with. But they do only have one. Yeah, Shackles is just completely winning this game on its own. Okay, an Ancestral comes down next turn, so it is just over. Unless their draw actually does something. And they can resolve them both through a Mana Leak. But I mean, Shackling one makes the other pretty irrelevant. They should probably just concede to save. Okay. That is entirely my fault if I lose this game. They should have conceded to save time, because they're probably going to time out in Game 3. But it's possible that we aren't going to play a Game 3 now. So that is unfortunate. Like, the game was very over if I didn't do that, but it's actually live now. I was not thinking. Can I even take this? Yeah, I can just counter the next thing. So I do just take this, I think. Though I don't necessarily want to... I don't necessarily want to counter the next thing, because I might just want to take it instead. If I had black mana, that would be great. I think I do need to counter that, though, unfortunately. Because, yeah, I can't really hold on to that. Well, I guess I could just block with it eventually, right? That is unfortunate. Okay, I think I still win. Let's not activate that. So if they play a land, they can no longer do it, but they can just find all their vents and then play some lands. But they already lost 2, so they only have 1 left, and that's only if they are playing 4 in the main deck. They're just passing. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why they didn't activate that in response. Oh, did they play a land first? No? Wait. Oh, they already had the same amount of lands. I thought they had 7. Okay. I guess I can't play a land now. Okay, yeah, this is still over, I think. They would have done something already if they had something. So, it was actually a tactical decision to make them draw cards, because it meant that they would want to play out the game more, because they thought they had a chance. So it lets me time them out in game 3. How do they have nothing? They have 5 cards in hand. There's no way they drew all lands, right? I guess they have Dam, but they would have played that. I almost put a land by accident. I guess that's going to be a land. I'll play the Jace. I mean, I could just let them have lands. It's not really a big deal. I'm just gonna go up here and swing with both. I don't care if they do 1 damage to something. So yeah, they can't put an Aura in play, because the only way they do that is if they remove Nevermore and then play it, or they untap with the Shadowrite Priest. Is this lethal? No. I am kind of low on cards in deck. That's fine. They're about to die. I mean, I guess they're just not playing creatures because they don't have a whole lot of creatures, and any creatures they would play would benefit me because of Shackles. They could activate that, but they're saving time. I mean, I don't know why they don't just concede to save time. It would be pretty relevant here. Do I ever do the funny and not attack? I've done it before, where I just don't attack while I have lethal to drain my opponent's clock because they aren't conceding. I am just going to play cards here, despite it being impossible for me to lose, pretty much. They're F6ing though, so it doesn't actually do anything. Will they concede? They definitely should. I definitely just forgot to attack there. I don't know why they don't just concede. I'm not going to kill them. There's no reason to. Like, there's actually just no reason to kill them. I get to look at their deck, potentially. Like, there's no reason for them to play this out. They're just losing clock. I guess they're just F6ing through every turn, so they're not losing out that much. I am going to look at their deck. I'm gonna fail to find on mine. They have... What is this? No, why did it choose that? I clicked both left and right at the same time. Why did it choose that? Oh, that is pretty strong. I didn't really see what else they had, though. So I guess we're just gonna both have 6 until I run out of cards in deck and have to attack. They're taking some time here. I don't know why they're playing land. I guess that's so they don't have to discard to hand size. Conceding is not optional, actually. It is correct, so you don't lose to time, because your opponent refuses to kill you. Like, I don't work. Like, I'm taking more time than my opponent, that's fine. I don't really care about my time at all, because I know I can just play faster if I ever start getting close to them. And I'm already winning, so it's obviously correct to drain both their clocks. I guess I should have to worry a little bit about Settle the Wreckage. I mean, I can counter both, right? I definitely have to attack before I actually run out of cards. So I attack next turn. Is anyone watching this? Okay, so I attack with two creatures. Okay. I mean, it's like 30 seconds off their clock. That's relevant. So Rune Taillow is relevant, I think. It doesn't do anything. Boonbringer dies to the removal that they're playing for some reason. Like, they're playing Damn, probably as a 4 of. They're playing Legions to Ashes as at least a 1 of. It's definitely not like a 4 of. I don't think they have any Vindicates. It's just Allegiance to Ashes, maybe a couple. I didn't see a lot of them when I searched with Jace, but I didn't actually get a good look. So I don't know for sure. Ancestral, like, we're playing a long game, so it actually does do something. Even if you played on, like, turn 3. So maybe it is just good. Whale, I mean, it is removal. Maybe Boonbringer is just bad. Trawler is always good, I think. I think this is fine. Maybe I play a Joust through because they're low on time. They're not that low on time that it really matters, though, for that. I think I'll just submit this. I mean, I don't think I'm making top 4 regardless, but I mean, if someone else lost the first round, I could definitely win the spot over them. Okay, this is a little questionable because I really want to suspend on 1, but I also want to hit a land drop. So it's very risky to do this, but I do have 2 more draws. I mean, it's a 22 land deck, so it's not that likely, but I really want to suspend on 1. Oh, come on, that's essentially a land. Why? Why do you do this? 2 lands on top. I drew essentially a land, but is it timeless? Wow. Punished. Yeah, it's definitely better to hit all your land drops in the first early turns than to get visions on 5 rather than 6. Like, I'm gonna have Damn 1 turn slower. I guess it's fine. I don't really care that much about drawing them a bunch of cards. I do care if they have Aura, and I can't remove it now. So, like, I would have loved to Wrath here, I think. Turn 4 on the draw. Or, like, turn 5 with a Purify up if they have Aura. So what can I even do here? I guess maybe I should have cycled Timeless first. I don't really want to... Like, that is very much a display of weakness. So I do almost certainly cycle Timeless. Like, what else can I possibly do? Like, they just sack Bodyguard, but it's going to die to Wrath anyway. Okay, if they don't play Aura, I just Wrath. What if they do play Aura? I feel like they're not going to play Aura, or they would have already. But they could. Mana Leak would be amazing. Okay, that's good for me. I mean, it draws a card, I guess, for them. That's fine. So they are drawing 4 cards off this, but that is not that big of an issue. So I get the duel. Prairie Stream. Oh, I probably should have thought about that. Yeah, this is why you don't miss your land drop. Because now I have too many cards in hand. That would not have been an issue before. Because I would have played an extra land, which would get an extra card out of my hand. I would have had more mana to spend on my early turns, including this one. So yeah, that was just a terrible play all around. I should have played the Day of Judgment because they could have regenerate, though I kind of doubt it. Though, they do have some old cards that work with clerics. I don't know if any of them have regenerate. What's bad here? Whale is not the best. I guess it's Purify always. Denic, maybe? I don't actually kill their creatures outside of Wraths, though. A 2/3 lifelink is not a bad blocker, but I don't really care that much. So they can't do that much right now. Like, all they can do is play one thing. I guess I'm playing this. I think I can pass pretty safely. Really, the only fear is Benevolent Bodyguard, but they already played 3 of those. I'm kind of just looking to de-sphere it, or maybe Wrath, depending on what they play. Taborax. I mean, I can't counter it. I probably just repeal that and then go de-sphere. Why? Why do they have another one? I guess I have to go repeal that. No, now they can actually attack. I guess I'm just going Wrath, Purify, whatever they target with Aura. Which is fine. I play Dam because they could have Spectre Shriek. It's really unlikely because Duress exists. They get Doomed Necromancer, I think, because that can just get Aura. But it doesn't matter because they know I have Purify. I can't do anything now. I do have Dig for next turn. So they have to have Aura or they die. Okay, Aura would be a little annoying. Because it draws a card and they return a Taborax or something. Okay. I guess I have to play Wrath. And then they draw a card, they make a 2/2. So I do play Will. So they drew all 4 Benevolent Bodyguards, so they can't really return that. I guess they could have the new card, whatever it's called, that can reanimate things on ETB or attack. Okay, D-Sphere. Okay, so I don't Whale anymore because I have D-Sphere. I just play Dig. Yeah, this is definitely over. I didn't even need to time attack them. I actually could have some time issues of my own, but I don't think that's relevant at all. I will easily be able to kill them fast enough, given the current state of things. And they'll probably time out while I'm trying to kill them first, although interestingly, they could kill me. Actually, no, I have Devil Whale. There's no way. I absorb an Aura, so they probably attack first. Okay, well, they have that thing. I do probably want to counter that. I assume they're playing multiple of them. It actually looked like there was only a 1 of. Though I feel like it should be a 2 or 3 of. Probably a 3 of, because that is a really powerful effect for this deck. I mean, it doesn't get Aura, but I feel like that isn't that important. So I can just play Trawler. I don't have any counters. So they just play Overloaded Dam and potentially attack with Event. So they have basically nothing. Okay, that is something. That is a little scary, but they have actual nothing right now. I do draw here. Okay, shackles, that's good. I can just go +1. I can pass because they don't have anything to sacrifice. They don't have anything with flash. So I have to steal that now. What do I do? Just tick up. And I guess I play nothing. Maybe I should play a dig main phase. I'm not really sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to timeless. I'm just gonna -8 for something. I don't think I have anything very good in my deck, but okay. I would love an attack. So I go dig. Probably should have spent more of that mana, but it's fine. I should have taken Joust through there. It's fine. Can I find a Wrath? Do I have any Wraths left in the deck? It's possible that I don't. So it's kind of hard for them to actually kill their own creatures. Interestingly. And if they attack, trying to kill their creatures, I can just wail. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have done that. Because now I can't wail plus leak, I can't double leak either, so I can't really counter anything. Yeah, that was a misplay for sure. Okay, Luminarch, that's fine. If they attack, I get rid of the Shadowrite Priest and wail something. So, I don't know what they're doing. They're activating Vent? Why? They can't attack. There's no reason to attack here. They lose the Vent to Timeless, and I just like chump with the Priest. So this play doesn't really make sense. I don't kill the Luminarch. I guess they just wanted to put the counters on it so that they could animate it later for a lot. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I would love to find a Wrath. If that's possible. Okay, the lag is not so good to me right now. Yeah, maybe that was a reason to not try to time them out early. Because the lag is a bit of an issue now. It's fine. Is there any way for them to like sack their creatures? I'm not sure. But I'm not sure that it really matters. Like if they make a big enough board and attack, I kind of have to do something. So I imagine they just aren't attacking again. Because they just can't let the Shadowrite die, otherwise I just take the Aura. At some point they can get this big enough to not get shackled. Pretty quickly, actually. That is not the play. Like, it's maybe not the worst thing ever if I don't have Whale, but... yeah. Okay, what do I hit here? I guess it's the Vent, and I take the Aura. I could go block, have the Shadowrite die, and then wail the Aura. I'm actually going to do that. Oh, come on, luck. Oh, I didn't even need to stop it. Okay, the lag is not so good to me. It should not be an issue, though. I have a 2-shot, even if they attack with Vent. Maybe not. Leak. Yeah, I mean, I have -8 as well. Get a flyer from them. And I can steal their lifelinker. I thought I already flipped that. Ancestral. I guess I'll get Vindicate. I'll Vindicate the Vent. I could have hit a Luminarch, it doesn't really matter. Nothing matters. I guess I activate this. Okay, yeah, I mean I just have lethal next turn, there's nothing they can do. And I'm still ahead on time, though I would definitely lose more time trying to kill them because I have a lot more game actions to do. Though, I mean, I recognize that I wasn't even going to come that close to timing out. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to make the top 4, but I am 3-1. Alright, it is the top 4. I did manage to make it. I didn't look at the actual breakers, so I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure if anyone missed. I assume someone did. Probably someone who also lost in the first round and won out. Okay, it's Red Deck wins. I wasn't sure what they were on before we started playing. I did kind of expect them to play aggro because they usually do, I think. I think those are bad here. Maybe Mana Leak isn't, but I can't take Ancestral this late, and I already have one. Colonnade is just bad. I already have some lands, and the tap land is bad. I can't activate the creature. And there might be main decking pop. So, if they play a 2-drop, I just D-Sphere. If they don't, I also D-Sphere, because I need to do something. Okay, I definitely just hit that, I think. Maybe I do nothing. Maybe I play Serum Visions. I don't hate that. It's kind of risky, but... Okay, now I'm wishing I had the Mana Leak from earlier. I would have loved to just, like, counter a burn spell. So now I'm really hoping they actually play a creature here, because it is really unfortunate if they just play burn spell, because I'm taking a lot of damage now. I mean, a Mana Leak wouldn't have done anything if they just Incinerate. So Trawler is really helpful here. I'm not sure that I'll actually get to it, though. They kind of... Like, it's kind of an obvious Wrath that I played. I played no single target, no Condemn, Whale, whatever. So it's pretty obvious that I was going to Wrath here. I am a bit weak to another Razorkin, because I have Ancestral coming down. I would probably have to use it anyway, but it would be fine, I think, because I would have no clock. Okay, that's pretty good for me. They don't really have a whole lot of pressure with that. Like, if they played that last turn, I would have lost, but they didn't. So I answer that. I have an answer to a haste creature as well now. No life gain outside of Trawler, that's fine. They don't have enough damage. And I have enough basics that pop only does 4. Okay, what did they do here? It could be any of those 3, honestly. Okay. Another one. Are they both 2/2s, probably? Yeah, for sure. So I'm taking 3, and then I'm pretty much guaranteed to take the extra later. But I'm already going to have a Trawler in play, so that doesn't really matter. So I Lagoon Breach, obviously, and then I just go Trawler, and they should just die. They could have double pop. Or, I guess pop plus Incinerate or Chain would do it as well. Or like Chain, anything. So there are a lot of combinations that could kill me. So, what is this? Could be pop. What is that? Vortex. That is a problem, because I don't really have a lot of answers to that. I'm not sure why they attacked. It's just 1 damage. That's probably a misplay for sure. Like, they should have waited for me to attack and then crack back, because they're not... It doesn't matter that they're killing me quickly. Chain, that would be a huge issue. What? What is that? Why did they do that? That is, an interesting play. I would have lost if they went face, or if they just did that before attacking. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just go face with that. There's no reason to target the Trawler. But, so what am I doing here? I'm kind of just dead, regardless. I should not have done that. It doesn't really matter, though. Maybe Compass was relevant. Wait, can I kill them? Before they kill me? Yeah, Compass wouldn't have mattered. So I have to counter that, right? But then they get a burn spell and I die. Okay, I'm dead. I mean, if I played Compass, I'm technically not dead. If I draw a repeal, no, I'm dead with a repeal though. Like a repeal actually just isn't enough. Because it kills me to the Razorkin. I don't think it's possible for me to win. So what answers to Vortex do I have? What if I answered the Razorkin? Like if I got a repeal, that would be 5, 6. No, it's not even that close. Yeah, I mean, what answers do I have to Vortex? It's just D-Sphere and repeal in the main, right? It's nothing else. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Like, I actually only have 2 answers to artifacts and enchantments in the main. I'll make sure, though. Yeah, it's just repeal and D-Sphere outside of counter spells. So on the play, Shackles is fine. Heliod's is always great. Ruined Halo is great. Joust through. Boonbringers are amazing. Spears is okay. A Wrath is probably good. What's bad? Ancestral... Compass, Search... maybe I don't want this many copies of Wrath. Dig is not that important. Repeal is good on the play, maybe not on the draw. It's probably good on the draw too, though. Thassa's is bad. Absorb does gain life. Maybe it's... yeah, maybe it's Absorb, I don't know. Probably not. No, it's Jace. It's definitely Jace. It was definitely Jace there. Jace is terrible against red deck. Especially their list. And of course I draw it. That could have been a... what would it have been? Absorb? Absorb would be so much better here. And I get the dig too, the one of. So like all of my value cards that I don't want anymore. I guess I have to keep it. It's a functional hand. It does stuff. It's not that weak to pop. But yeah, it would be so much better as Absorb. That's fine. That's a pretty bad turn 1 play. Well, I guess it is fine, because I have the whale. Maybe I should have let it be a creature, actually. That would have been maybe a little too telegraphed, and holding back could do something. I don't know. I do just whale this, though. So, Vexing Devil is best on, like, turn 2 or 3, where both the burn spell and the 4/3 are actually worth it. Because on turn 1, a burn spell, even if it does more than it should, is still not a good turn 1 play, because if you play a creature on turn 1, it's probably going to get more than a bolt's worth of damage in. Like a Stromkirk Noble is a much better turn 1 play than Devil. Okay, I have actual nothing here. Maybe I do cycle to try to find the Serum Visions, though maybe it's better to hold up for a haste. Potentially hold Joust through. It doesn't seem like they play that many haste creatures. Oh, I guess they have the 2 mana thing. The roll thing. But they're playing Razorkin, which would normally be a haste creature in this kind of deck. Okay, there's a whale. It's not very good here. I just go Jace. Okay. That's fine. Maybe not fine. Can I ever ultimate? I guess I can if they attack face. Though, it's kind of hard to survive that long while not winning the game. Yeah, this matchup is probably not great. Yeah, and they just draw all of their hate cards. Like, they just draw this both games. How many are they playing in the main? Probably like 2-ish? What are they attacking? Face? I mean, that's fair. How do I answer? I mean, I guess I have exactly D-Sphere off of Jace. None of their cards are very important. Like, there's removal from them. That's about it. I can't do a whole lot here. All I do is Horned Lockwell the Razorkin, and then maybe I should have minused. Because I don't really want to let this Beaumont ability happen. Because they are potentially drawing 3 cards right now, which is kind of a problem. They go face. So I need to draw like a trawler or something. What I really need to do is remove Vortex. Heliod's would be great, because it removes the Beaumont as well. Incinerate. Could be pretty close to dead here. Absorb is not the best. It would be a lot better if they didn't have this Vortex. Okay. What do I do? So I obviously D-sphere the Vortex. I guess I +1 and try to go for the ultimate. That was a terrible order. If they have pop, I actually just lost myself the game. Okay, they don't. Or they just decided not to use it. I'm probably dead regardless, because like if they have land, burn spell, sack the Beaumont. Yeah. So I'm at 8, that's not terrible. Maybe I should have gone the -2 with Jace for sure. Because the ultimate is just too slow. Like, it's great when it comes down. It doesn't even gain life though, when it comes down. It just makes a lifelink creature that wins the next turn. Yeah, draw 4 is a lot here, and they have double Barbering, which are going to be active pretty soon. That is... I don't know why they're playing that. Is it actually +1? It might be. I think it is. They actually don't have burn here right now. Am I playing Whale? I feel like no. If I play Dig, I can hold up Mana Leak. I guess that's the play. I find a land, I find Heliod's. It's never Joust Through. Wait, is it? It could have been Joust Through. So I have Mana Leak. So next turn, I go Heliod's, kill Curse? Or do I just go Trawler and don't play their card, Heliod's on their turn? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. That is completely fine here. Just no burn spells. No, that's fine. Just don't be a Chain Lightning, please. I think I am probably winning here. So they can actually activate the Barbering very soon, which is an issue for sure. Okay. So the +1 was actually necessary here. Okay. I could counter, there's really no reason to do that. I mean, there is some reason. Them tapping out definitely helps. But I think what I do is gain 1,000,000 life. Like, I'm just playing Heliod's for life, and then getting Trawler, and maybe a removal. I guess it is Mana Leak. I get -8 before I Heliod's, right? It doesn't matter, because I'm always gaining life. I have to gain life or I die. To double barbering. So I -8. I find Trawler. It's always Trawler, right? I find... These are terrible. These cards are so bad. I'm actually just taking Vortex, so they can't have it. And then I go... I can't wait to do that. I would die, probably. I would actually just die. That's not a probably. So target player gains X life. And I gain 10, go to 13, and I should just win. I can maybe block. I can block Boma, I think. I will take the damage. Maybe. No, I don't block Boma. Why would I do that? Well, actually I do. And I do take the damage. I'm not dying here. And I can't actually answer that, the creature. Okay, so they're just drawing 2. That's fine. They can go double barbering, that's fine. They're kind of close to killing Trawler. They could have attacked with a Stromkirk, because if I blocked, they would have killed Trawler. They probably should have done that, yeah. Or they could have just not sacked the Beaumont to kill Trawler. That would have actually been the winning play, I think. I actually didn't even think about that. They would have won if they did that, I think. But now they're dead. No, maybe they didn't think about the fact that I had 0 cards in hand, I don't know. Okay. So I still have a chance. Jace actually won me that game. I'm sorry I doubted you, but I'm gonna doubt you again. Like, what if that was Absorb? Could I have countered a Sulfuric Vortex? I might have been able to. This would be much better on the play, but it is more likely to find a land on the draw. I don't know. I mean, countering the 2-drop is so much better than countering the 3-drop, because I just let them Stromkirk Noble, I let them... Okay, that's fine. That's very good for me. That's a lot better than a Stromkirk Noble. Because I cannot answer that. So, they're just gonna let... They're gonna be able to play any 2-drop they want unhindered, or double 1-drop. If I was on the play, I would just counter this, and they would have absolutely nothing going on. But now they have a Razorkin Needlehead. Yeah. But I can counter the Sulfuric Vortex, which hopefully they play. Maybe they'll just play another Razorkin. That would also be nice. Please play something I want to counter. Not a 1-drop. Why? That is unfortunate. That's actually so good here. Do I have to... I feel like I have to draw. I need something. If I had Joust through, I would just be able to hold up Mana Leak, but I just have to tap out. Like, yeah, this card is so annoying, because I just have to answer it. And it forces me to tap out of my Mana Leak, because I don't have a better single target. Like, D-Sphere lost me this game. If it was Joust through, I would have won. Like, I actually lost this game because that wasn't Joust through. Wait, actually? If they don't have Sulfuric, I win. Maybe? Okay, what? What's going on here? Why'd they do nothing? I'll do that. Plane Island. Play around Pop a little, maybe I'll top deck of Plains. Can you play a card, please, that I want to counter? No way you have all lands. Like, I really want to play a Wrath to get rid of this, but it's just a 1/1. And like, yeah, I have to remove it here. I guess they're just like sandbagging a Vortex. Please play a Vortex. Why? Okay, I mean, I can counter anything else. I don't know why they're playing that. Like, that's just so bad against me. It just doesn't really do anything. Okay. I mean, oh, that's really good. I probably just win this game. Like, they're just playing bad cards. I don't know why. Like, if that curse was a relevant card, they might have just won this game. Like, imagine if that was a haste creature. Like, now they're just dead. They actually... And like, they have Vexing Devil, like, on turn 1. That actually lost them this game. Like, what if they just played good red deck wins cards? Am I wrathing? I might be. Not right now, of course. I am playing Wrath. I mean, I could Heliod's, maybe. No, there's no reason to get rid of Curse. It just feels they're barbering. So I think I am just attacking and playing Wrath. After gaining life right now. They never sack that now, right? They always wait a turn. So I gain some life. I play Wrath, I hold up Mana Leak. Maybe a Spears as well. So, yeah, they're very dead. Okay, on to the finals. Okay, it's the finals. I don't know what my opponent is on, probably some kind of aggro. Actually, I'm not sure. This hand is, interesting. It's very good against creature decks, and very bad against most other things. So if they're like a red deck or white weenie, I love this hand. Otherwise, I hate it. Like Denick, really good against any... Okay, they are legends, so that is a good hand. Even if they have Flowering, they only trade with Denick, which is not bad for them, say, but Kithian is just really powerful against me. Both the ability to gain Indestructible and survive a Wrath, or whatever, and the Planeswalker is so strong with a 0. Just getting around Raz while being a 4/4 on a 1-mana creature. Okay, that card is really annoying because you can't remove it. You basically can't actually remove it unless it has Summoning Sickness. I think I want to play Serum Visions badly enough that I do this. I maybe should have held up Mana Leak instead of suspending, but I really want to get that down so it's not just a dead card for the rest of the game. Though maybe it's going to be dead anyway. I mean, if my opponent plays a Flowering, it might be. Green? I'm not sure why they have green. Okay, yeah, I really wanted a Mana Leak, but maybe it's fine. Yeah, cycling Timeless would have been amazing here. But I guess a 5/5 is a lot better than a 4/4. So I go Joust through and then either cycle or... Wait, I don't really want to cycle. I want to draw land and play a 5/5. Well, that might be unrealistic. So I don't know if they realize that they can sack Senu. Okay, they realize, and unfortunately they did not realize that that is terrible into any kind of removal. Like Whale, Joust through. I guess maybe they had an answer if I didn't have a counterspell. Probably not. I guess not. But yeah. So they can still get it back once they play another legend, but it has to go unblocked, which means, you know, getting through this Timeless, getting it down under my Mana Leak. So do they have a creature? That is a huge deal, whether or not they have a creature. I guess I have Denick regardless, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, that's really good for me. I mean, it very much did matter. I don't know what they're saying. I would love... Oh, this is so awkward. Why did I have to draw Timeless? I guess I'm playing Trawler next turn. So, yeah, that's really awkward. I don't need to get a creature down because they don't have a creature in play to threaten Senu. So I can just cycle both Timelesses and get a land for Trawler. So that has to be legendary for Senu, so the cave doesn't work. And I can just block with the Trawler on the Pippin. So I get the duel. Oh, when is that coming down? Next turn? I forgot about that. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. So, I mean, if they drew like a Deccan Stone, I guess, then they could tap this down. But it's just over now. I don't know what they could have that would actually win. Because they kind of have to remove Trawler or make a big enough board where it doesn't matter. Which is just not realistic. Like, maybe in Boros it's somewhat realistic, but no, not really. So they're playing Nadu Legends. I think the green is exclusively for Nadu. Maybe something in the sideboard, I don't know. I doubt they're playing anything main deck. I guess it's like the Kellen with the Adventure. But yeah, it is a Nadu deck, which is probably just worse than regular humans because it's just so much slower and like the lands just hurt your ability to be fast so much. And Nadu is just so slow at killing people and you want to be able to kill people. Like especially against my deck. It hurts you so much to not be able to kill as quickly. Like Nadu is so bad against me. Because you can't trigger enough to actually like outvalue me. And like it's just a 3-mana creature that doesn't do anything immediately, only has 3 power. So I just play the removal spells. Heliod's. So I'm not actually sure if they're playing... Well, they're playing Senu, so they're probably playing Force of Virtue. So Heliod's is probably pretty good, because it removes both Flowering and Force, and gaining life is not irrelevant. I do wonder if D-Sphere is too slow. Absorb probably unplayable on the draw. Ancestral is pretty bad. Compass is okay. Thassa is bad. Dig, the first one is maybe bad. I didn't really side much out that actually goes to the graveyard, so maybe it's fine. I kind of doubt it, though. I think I'd rather have something else, but what even do I play? I guess an Ancestral. Okay, I'll go with this. Winning game 1 is really important in this matchup because you really want to be on the play. Okay, good hand. Kind of awkward with the Tango. There's a reason I only have 1 for Timeless. So I can't Joust through while also playing a turn 1 Serum Visions at the moment. But I guess it's not that important. I mean, imagine if that was a Plains, or a Showland would be great here for turn 1 Joust through. If they had Flowering it wouldn't have mattered, but they don't. Okay, yeah, Kellen. Why? Okay, Serum... Oh, it would have drawn the Ancestral, but it could have gotten an untapped source, untapped white source. So I feel like Ancestral is not that relevant. I do desperately need to Serum, right? Like, I'm just not finding a land if I don't. I mean, I keep that. So, I do have to Joust through. Right. Like, there's no way I'm allowed to suspend Ancestral. That's just way too greedy. I can next turn for sure, I think. Okay, that's annoying. But I can definitely beat Wrath. I do hit the Kellen. What did they hit? A land. And they put it on top. So Henge is Plains. It is kind of a lot of value for a deck like this, although it not working unless it's in addition to other planes. So 2 lands of the same color in a multicolor deck is definitely a little awkward sometimes. So Wrath would have been great if I was on the play. Like, it would just win the game right there. It removes both Senu and Kythian, but now it doesn't. Because Kythian they just exile, and Senu get exiles, and Kythian gets indestructible. Please play something. Like, Wrath only kills 1.5 creatures. Wait, no. That was definitely a misplay by them. Like, yes, you can do this to get the Scry too, but you can't dodge removal if you do that. And they already got punished. They wouldn't get punished in the same way again because they have 2 creatures. I would have needed double Joust through, and that wouldn't have even worked because of indestructible. Maybe that flipping means they're willing to play creatures, hopefully. But yeah, they definitely shouldn't have done that if they wanted to play around Wrath. Like, they actually would have just won if they didn't do that, because if they were able to exile that, then after a Wrath, they would have that get back into play just because of Gideon. Oh, I guess. Yeah, that works too. I forgot about that. What can I even draw? An answer to Gideon? Can you not? I died. I maybe should have countered that. I was hoping they would commit more. But, like, I'm just dead. I'm very much dead. If I countered it, or like mana leaked it, then I could have survived by a little bit. Could have not killed the Senu. Unless they did the thing again, in which case they could have damned next turn. They would still have get in and kill me. So, does anything change on the play? Probably not. None of these cards are good. I guess Jace is not the worst against White Weenie, but they have Flowering. So I'm on the play, that's great. I just need to function, just have a little bit of removal, a Wrath. Like 1 single target removal, 1 Wrath. Okay. The irrigated farmland is awkward. It is an island for Shackles. Like, I would love to not have this be a tap land. I guess I look for an untapped land. Maybe that's a misplay because that is... Okay, that is a really good 3 cards. So it's like, I kind of probably should have played Irrigated Farmland on turn 1 because I wanted to play Shackles on 3, but yeah, they just have the best start. I mean, this deck has such a high roll with the turn 1 Force of Virtue exiling Senu, turn 2 attack with your 1-drop. Though it can definitely lose to not being able to attack with anything, or not going unblocked. Wow, it's just so explosive with the Senu. Oh my god, why? Why do they have to have the Omega Nuts? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, that Thalia single-handedly just won them this game. Well, not single-handedly, because they have the Senu, but if I could play Whale here, I would just win the game. Like, I would actually just win. Because I would just play the Shackles, and then it would just not matter what they had. But now I'm just dead, because they have way too much power. Because on turn 2, they just have 3 things, and one of them is a Thalia. So yeah, I just died. Like, I guess if I top deck an untapped land... I don't know, like, they just won entirely because of that. Like, they just had literally the perfect hand. I think if they had either Thalia or the Force Senu, I would have won anyway, because I had such a good hand. But yeah, there's no beating the Omega Nuts from White Weenie. Now that they have Senu. I mean, I technically would have beaten it if I had, like, if I had Joust through, I actually would have beaten it. So I guess the Nuts from Azorius is better, but the Nuts from Azorius is lining up well into your opponent's hand. Not actually. What am I doing? Why didn't I wait? Well, I guess no, because if they do it now, they lose to Wrath. So they are misplaying probably. Though maybe they just have another Thalia or something. Did they put it on top? They did, so they probably don't have another one. There's no way they put it on top, well they don't. If I draw an untapped land, I just win, by the way. Like, I actually just win with a land here. But it is not very likely. 2 top, 1 is Thalia, probably on top. Come on, land. Yes! And they punted with the Senu. By not playing around removal. I mean, I'm still dead to Thalia. Potentially. Like, if they have any other creature, I'm dead. But, I can get Shackles down. Though it's actually terrible, because it can't steal anything, because I drew no islands. So, a land? What does that mean? Does that actually mean that... Wow. Wait, how'd they have a land? Oh, it's turn 4. Okay. I died? No, I'm not dead. If they didn't have a Thalia, I would have had a... Like, if they had to keep land on top for double 2-drop from hand, I would have been able to shackle. I'm not dead. I could actually win this game pretty easily, if they draw nothing. So, I can't really do anything other than shackles. Like, that's really the only play that works. I would love to draw a relevant card. I have 4 mana to do something. So I have to go Steel Denic. I guess if they play a ground creature, I can still win. It can't be an answer to Shackles. Okay. Wait, I just do nothing. Go Compass next turn. I think I actually win from this position. For all of my moaning about their nuts. Yeah, the Azorius nuts beats the white weedy nuts. Because you just need to line up into their hand. I mean, I definitely needed to draw that plains on turn 4. Wait, I top decked that. Did I top deck that Prairie Stream? I think I did the turn I played the farmland. If I didn't draw it, I would have lost because I couldn't steal anything. I mean, I could have, like, drawn for it. I couldn't have played Compass. I would have to just sack the clue for it. So, this is not bad for them. At least it doesn't look bad for them. But it is pretty bad for them. So, they do that. I wonder if they actually have another thing. They definitely could. And they're just doing this for mana efficiency because they only have, like, a 1 or 2 drop. But, yeah, now I get to steal their only creature. I get to play a Compass, which does nothing. There's no way they have, like, protection or instant speed disenchant, right? I mean, I just have to steal. Like, there's no punish for not doing it on my own turn, right? Yeah. Githian, that's fine. That's actually completely fine for me with the Compass here. Whale is nice. Can I draw a land? Like, I desperately need a land. So if I draw a land, Compass is active, but I can't use the Compass to activate itself. And I really need this Compass to win. I have so many clunky card draw because of Thalia. Wait, they have Senu? No. What happened to Senu? Oh, it died to Wrath. Because they misplayed. What is that, a 3-2? But I still whale it because it has Indestructible. I mean, I block first, it doesn't matter. They could win with a Flare of Fortitude, or brave the elements, I guess. So I'm very much winning now. Okay. And there's no Thalia in play, so I can actually do stuff. That is good. That is very good. So I win. GG. Yeah, why was I complaining? I just have to draw better than their best draw. Force. Okay. So I go Spires, and then deduce. I could gain life for security, that's probably wrong, because I have no burn at all. No haste creatures either. Like, everything they do is pretty predictable. They could have, like, Flare of Fortitude or something like that, but they're not gonna surprise me with damage. Other than, like, a Force of Virtue, I guess. And currently they have no good lands to do anything, like Castle Ardenvale, Monumental Henge, Cave of the Frost Dragon. It's just the buff for their soldiers. This is complete... Wait. Yes. Yes, because I drew the island. I guess I do Shackle on upkeep just for security. Okay, there's the cave. That does do some... What are they doing? I will gladly kill their Kythian. I guess I kill the enchantments here. I'm never really gonna have enough mana open to gain life, and this lets me shackle the cave. That doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter at all, because I could just... Yeah. They lost because they couldn't play Force when they had Thalia? I guess they were saying. Okay. So, I can just pass. That doesn't really matter. But I am just going to take over with the whales. Cave does nothing, I just have spires. Okay, I won the tournament. Right, so I won the Penny Dreadful Thursdays with Azorius control. I lost to Boros Legends in round 1, I think. And then I beat Bant Legends in the finals. I also beat Red Deck Wins in the top 4. I think those are my only aggro matchups that I played against. I definitely punted in the first round against Legends. And then in the finals, I had to get really lucky to win, I think. I mean, my opponent also got lucky, but... Yeah, it definitely didn't seem like a good matchup. So it's probably a losing matchup, probably like 40-60 or something. And I maybe need more tech for it. I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. They're not that weak to Wrath, since both Senu and Kythian are pretty good at beating Wraths. And since, if they're playing Boros, they have like haste creatures, which are also good against Wraths. So yeah, it's not that weak to Wraths, but I also can't really play a whole lot of other things for it. Like maybe just more Boonbringers, but they can kind of go wider than that sometimes. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the deck is. Maybe it's like locks it out in Peacekeeper, though a 2-power creature with a flowering does beat that. Or tie it. Beat it if it's a Thalia. But yeah, I'm definitely bringing this to the MTGO sponsor tournament in 9 days. I don't know the exact date for that, but it's the Saturday after the next one. And we're going to try to win that. It has prizes kind of like the 500. So it's basically an alternative 500 for the pre-supplemental rotation. And I feel like Azorius Control is potentially the best deck. I'm not sure if the combo decks are better into Legends. Like, I don't know, I played Legends myself, and it didn't actually seem that good. Like, it seemed like your deck could just do nothing and die, like all aggro decks. But that wasn't very true against White Weenie last season, so I don't know.